So we've been following two things with great interest. Number one is Tuesday's gubernatorial election in Virginia. Very important race. It's Democrat Terry McAuliffe against absolutely radical, outrageous, extremist Republican Glenn Youngkin. And not only is that an important race for Virginia, keeping Virginia blue, but it's at least being theorized is important, maybe in terms of how it would affect the politics of the area, including neighboring West Virginia and Democratic Senator Joe Manchin's willingness to concede more. Or there's all these different ways in which it's important, but it's a very important race. Number two, we've been following the new trend. I think at this point it's a trend of Republicans saying, if we don't win, it's rigged. If we don't win, it's rigged. We saw this with the 2020 presidential election. And we'll look at some other examples. Republicans are already claiming fraud in the Virginia gubernatorial election. They're already doing it.
Fraud.
Exactly. They are now saying it sounds like we're hearing that Democrats are already cheating. We're going to look at a video now of the Virginia Republican State Senator Amanda Chase. She was interviewed on Real America's Voice outside the Beltway the day before yesterday, I believe it was. And she says Democrats are cheating. They're already cheating. Folks, they're doing it every race now ahead of time. Democrats are already cheating unless we win. If we win, we won despite the cheating. If we lose, we lost because of the cheating. Take a look.
I'm all about fighting for the truth, too. And sometimes, unfortunately, we can't always rely on the media. I wanted to go there. I wanted to feel it. I wanted to see it. A picture's worth 1,000 words. I know how Democrats are cheating.
Right. And that already. We don't even have any votes counted yet.
Information has been given to the Youngkin campaign.
They're going to try to do it in Fairfax County.
Absolutely. I'm already getting reports today that people are going to vote, and they have never done a mail-in ballot ever.
Wow. Is that even legal?
Yet when they went to cast their ballot, they were told, no, we've already mailed you a mail-in ballot. And so we're already looking into that.
So again, those are assertions about which there could be multiple different explanations. It is not evidence of cheating. It is not evidence of fraud. And it's not evidence that it's Democrats that are doing anything. That could, even if true, that could be happening to the same number of Democrats and Republicans. It's 3 layers of nonsense.
So that's why we told everybody in Virginia vote early, so that couldn't happen. The earlier you voted, they couldn't do it.
Did you notice that? Now it's vote as now the right is saying vote as early as you possibly can. So this is the new thing. Between the 2020 presidential and the California gubernatorial recall, we said this is what they're going to do all the time. They did it with the California gubernatorial recall. Remember when Larry Elder, the Republican candidate, was asked the day before the election, will you commit to accepting the results? And he wouldn't. We knew they were going to do it there as well.
Larry Elder, the leading Republican candidate, would not commit to accepting the results of the election.
Again, whether or not you win or lose, will you accept the results of the election tomorrow?
Right.
I think we all ought to be looking at election integrity, no matter whether you're a Democrat, an independent, or a Republican. Let's all make sure that the election is a fair election. So let's all work together, no matter what the results are, to make sure that the results are valid and legitimate.
So you won't.
And everybody who voted should have voted. Let's all do that together.
Is that a commitment to accept the results of the election tomorrow?
Let's all do that together. Let's all work together on both sides of the aisle to make sure that the election is a fair election.
And so he didn't say he would accept the results. Donald Trump did the exact same thing a few days earlier before the California gubernatorial recall on Newsmax. I think this was on Newsmax, saying it's all rigged. It's all rigged. The Democrats are cheating.
Well, it's probably rigged. They're sending out all ballots. It's all the ballots are, mail out, mail in ballots. In fact, I guess you even have a case where you can make your own ballot.
I made one on construction paper with crayons.
When that happens, nobody's going to win except these Democrats. So, look, they're very good. The one thing they're good at is rigging elections. So I predict it's a rigged election. Let's see how it turns out.
So that was ahead of the California gubernatorial recall. Of course, Gavin Newsom won by such insane numbers that it became difficult to claim that it was actually rigged. But they still did it. So this is the move now. This is the move. And the first step is Terry McAuliffe has to win Virginia. And Tuesday night, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, maybe a little bit before, I will be doing live election results of what is happening there, as well as the New Jersey election. We've got some mayoral elections in different parts of the country of consequence, a lot of different things. That's step one. Number two is really thinking about the long-term impact of this that they are now using. If they didn't like the results or they predict they might not win, it was rigged, it was stolen, etc. Not only because of the systemic risk that it presents in terms of just denouncing irrationally the basic institutions of democracy in the United States, but it could lead to a sort of boy who cried wolf situation where at a certain point they actually rig an election and steal it. And when we point it out, they can come in and say, guys, we've been calling out rigged elections for years and you never paid attention until now, because you know they'll do it if given that opportunity. So concerning for a number of reasons, they're doing it in Virginia as well. One of our sponsors is Sheath Underwear. It's summer right now in the Northern Hemisphere. It's hot. It's humid. Many of the men in my audience know about the discomfort that can come with this, with traditional underwear, the sweating, the chafing, the sticking. Not fun. And that's what Sheath Underwear has solved. Sheath has designed men's boxer briefs with multiple ergonomic compartments built into the front of the underwear, which keeps everything separate, dry, cool, and comfortable all day long. Sheath has re-released 2 limited edition styles, Flower of Life, with a stylish flower pattern and bold geometric waistband. The other limited edition style is the Mesh Airflow, especially designed to be lightweight and promote extra coolness and breathability. Give Sheath Underwear a try. I've had a great experience with it. I think you will too. You can find the link underneath this video, and don't forget to use promo code PACMAN for 20% off.